Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel for a Battlefront 2 tips video. In this video I'm going to be covering the strengths and weaknesses of the meme lord Obi-Wan Kenobi. Now if you're from any of my previous videos in this series on Anakin, Luke or Rey, then well, welcome back. As always, no star cards are taken into account for this video, and let's get straight into it. Kenobi's biggest strength right off the bat is his stamina. His combined block stamina for both blasters and sabers is easily the highest in the game, and well, let's just say if Kylo Ren is spamming you down, even with his increased attacks card, you can block all of his strikes and then some. Obi-Wan's literally that good with no star cards whatsoever. His defensive stamina is easily his best attribute, and you should aim to make as much use of it as you can wherever possible. You can even hold off an entire team. I mean, you can do it for a long time with star cards, which I'm not taking into account here of course, but you can still hold off many enemies at once with Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan also has very good health regeneration. His health regeneration is about average speed, and the delay is only very slightly below average of 4.5 seconds versus the usual 5, but he can regenerate 300 health after taking damage. This is huge, especially considering the average double parry deals roughly 250 damage, or 260 in some cases, which can potentially add up to chip damage over time with most people. Not with Obi-Wan though. Kenobi can literally shrug that off and regen all the way back to full health. This, combined with his block stamina, means that Obi-Wan is one of the easiest characters to survive with. Another one of Kenobi's strengths is his defensive rush. His defensive rush deals quite a lot of damage in a duel, 140, then 200 if you unleash the final strike, and you can also maneuver very quickly, which means getting around a block is quite easy. It's very good for just dealing with that spam blocking enemy who's just backing up. Defensive rush can quite easily get around their block. Obi-Wan also has an ability combo, but hey, it's not the ability combo you think. His all-out push sucks for combos. However, his restrictive mind trick defensive rush combo can be pretty devastating. You see, his defensive rush gives him immunity to saber attacks, but it doesn't give him immunity to stuns and knockdowns. So he can be stunned by Dooku, he can be choked by Vader, he can be launched by Grievous, etc, etc. So Obi-Wan, the restrictive mind trick before defensive rush allows the defensive rush to be a lot safer, as you can't be knocked down or knocked out of it, and all that they can do to you is swing. Against blaster heroes, well, it will stop them from shooting you if they're shooting you from the front. However, if they roll behind you, then you can be shot from the back. So just keep that in mind. But this slight ability combo with Obi-Wan is a very good combo. You should often use restrictive mind trick before you defensive rush, just so you're totally sure you won't be knocked down and get half your health melted. Obi-Wan's all-out push is the best push in the game, easily. Luke's push does have a much more instant cast time as Obi-Wan does have to telegraph his. The difference is that Obi-Wan's will one-shot all infantry when fully charged and deal pretty hefty damage, nearly 200, 180 to be precise, to enemy villains. Even not counting any star cards, Obi-Wan's all-out push also has a bigger range than Luke's, about 5 meters further, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Obi-Wan's push also gives him 80% damage reduction, and there's no damage window at the beginning or end of the ability. This is a luxury that Anakin does not have with his heroic might and retribution. There is a window where he can be hit and take full damage. With Kenobi, no such problem. So if you're out of stamina, then, well, you can just use your all-out push to regain stamina while your enemy tries to spam you down and you barely take any damage at all. It's a very good ability, the all-out push. Obi-Wan also has a very slightly better than average swing speed. It's barely anything, but I just thought I'd mention it, and he actually swings faster than Anakin, is the ironic part. Now, onto Kenobi's weaknesses, and honestly, he doesn't really have many weaknesses at all. And a minor one is that he doesn't have any high damage combos, like Anakin, Vader, Count Dooku. Obi-Wan doesn't have high damage combos. His ability combo for his defensive rush is useful, but all it does is make the defensive rush safer. He doesn't have any high damage combos. Also, His stamina regeneration is only average, and his offensive stamina is slightly below average. Of course, I'm not taking safeguard into account here. So you do want to be slightly careful when attacking with Obi-Wan, that you don't get too trigger happy, because he can get winded quite quickly when he's attacking. But yeah, Obi-Wan is one of those heroes with many strengths and quite few weaknesses. He's easily the most survivable hero in the game. It's the easiest to stay alive as Obi-Wan, even without taking cards into account. He has the best stamina. He is the only one who consistently can shrug off double parries. He's got extreme amounts of damage reduction during your out push. Restrictive mind trick defensive rush combo is great. It's like he's very survivable, but I suppose kind of one of his weaknesses is he's not great at getting things done. Luke has his devastating swing speed. Rey has her parry dash strike combo. Anakin has his combo. Yoda has his dash to break through blocks to keep the pressure up. But Obi-Wan, he just doesn't get a whole lot done. It's just that he's really good at staying alive, not particularly good at being productive. Obi-Wan, in HVV especially, he can be rather reliant on teammates to get anything done, because he's not the character who deals the most damage or is on the front lines. He can hold off an entire team, but holding off an entire team doesn't win you games. Anyway, if you want to see the best card setup for Kenobi, be sure to request that. And peace out.